Good morning. I am the Canadian, and you're at Maple Sports Insights, coming to you from north of the border. Uh, I'd rather not recap yesterday. Well, truth be told, yesterday I was sick. I didn't get a video out. The day before, I did not do very well. I lost a couple units. It's been my worst day ever, and that means we're due for a bounce back. Instead of just firing out picks, I'm going to start trying to break down games. And, well, I'll be honest, guys, I wasn't going to do anything until MLB, but one of my friends asked me to, and, well, it's fun. So, what the hell? Just want you to know I'm winging this, and it's not planned, and I will be a lot better at MLB, and things will be banging. We're already in spring training, by the way. It's exciting. I'm watching Blue Jays baseball, and we're getting to see the starters. And anyway, you're here for NBA, so we can start with the Timberwolves game there, Minnesota at Indy, and normally it's a clear cut. Who cares at home? Who cares about back to backs? Minnesota over the top, boom. Carl Anthony Towns is ruled out already, and so Minnesota, they have a bit of a wonky lineup, and Indianapolis is just so unpredictable that if one more player was in, I'd probably have three or four plays from the same game, which very rarely happens. But, the stars didn't quite align. So all I really got for you is Miles Turner to go over his points and rebounds, and that's 23 and a half. There's going to be some rebounding chances. Not a lot. Yeah, I get it. Rudy Gobert, and I know he's a monster, but Miles Turner's an offensive center, and he puts up a good amount of points. This line's been covered in multiple days. This line's been covered in the last 7 out of 10 games, and up at this little corner, I'm going to get my outlier going as soon as I got some time to work on it. But you have to just take my word for it. So 7 out of 10 times. Anyway, Miles Turner's a good player. Rudy Gobert is going to have some extra work without Carl Anthony Towns there. It's not like he has his usual support. He can't just rebound. He needs to watch out some other things. So anyway, moving right along. I'm learning taking your time is a good thing. It's something I'm practicing. Oh, yes, the Detroit game. And I have been waiting some time now to slam Detroit. Brooklyn has got some injuries. They got at least two or three guys out. I forget who exactly. I don't have the luxury of having two or three computers like some guys. Not naming any names. But yeah, they got a lot of injuries. Detroit's healthy, and they're finally starting to play some better ball. I was looking at their adjusted net ratings there, and it's come up. They're not bottom of the pack anymore. They're into the middle, and I guess moving Bogdanovich was a good thing because there were lots of holes to fill, and it took multiple players to do so. But in doing that, Detroit's kind of got a little something going now. If they can get a couple draft picks, who knows what they could be. Anyway, I got Brooklyn. Isaiah Stewart. I don't know why his line's so low. Just don't get it. Anyway, 10.5 points. We're going to slam this over. In fact, you can lock this one up. What starter doesn't get more than 10 points? I'm not really sure. And it's probably like maybe 1 out of 10, 1 out of 15. And I'll bet that every day. Moving right along to the Dallas-Miami game, which, again, love Dallas, love them at home. And, of course, everyone's healthy, and you get Miami. Like, of all teams, you get a defensive team with Bam and Butler who like to play slow, and I don't know. I was going to stick with my Kyrie Irving 5 rebounds like I've been doing for days now, but it's starting to get juiced. And I really liked his points and assist line. It's at 29 and a half. Oh, it's gone up a point. So it's at 29 and a half. And I still don't see a problem. Whether he's banging down the shots or dishing it off to Luca, you guys really got to check those numbers. The usage rates are through the roof. Basically, Luca and Kyrie score 3/4 of the points, and the other quarters scored by the rest of the team. So God forbid one of those guys get hurt. But their usage rates are through the roof, and we're doing it together. So it's not like he's losing out by Luca. Luca's just either he's helping him. So anyway, Kyrie Irving's it's 110 over at MGM. So I like standard juice. I don't like when my plays get juiced. Damn those books. The Raptors game is going to be the same for me until they change it. Kelly Olynyk, 14 plus points. Not a lot to say. He is great. He's our starting center now. Jacob Podol had surgery. I don't care who we're playing. 15, till it's over 15, I'm not even going to consider it. It's a slam, slam, slam. And I tell you, I've been milking this one too. And that's, tell you the truth, the show, it's up and down because these plays are just repeats. Mistakes in the books and they're not catching it. So I wanted to share it with you guys, And Kelly Olynyk, you can fucking watch him and let me know what you think, He's a great starting center. He's offensive minded. He likes to board on both sides. Sorry, he likes to rebound on both sides. And whether you want to bet his PRA or just his points, he plays all kinds of ball everywhere. So, yeah. Chicago, Golden State. Did not like this game. Do not like it at all. I don't have a lot of analysis for it, except for Golden State, other than Draymond Green, of course. He's an amazing center. They don't really play defense. And DeMar DeRozan doesn't really drive to the net. He takes a lot of jump shots, a lot of field goals. He's 31.5 PRA. We're going to take his over. Because, he scores 25 plus points a game, guys. I mean, he gets a few rebounds, he dishes a few balls off, catches a few assists. This is an easy slam dunk for me. In fact, today's slate's pretty good. It's one of my favorite, I won't lie. Plays just kind of jumped out at me. Like, moving on to the Boston-Denver game. I'm sure we can all come up with a million plays. And speaking of which, if you guys have plays too, I would love to hear them. Send me your plays in the comments. Tell me, where I'm fucking up. Tell me what I'm not doing wrong. Fade me. Tell me something. I would love some feedback. And so, unfortunately, it's a competitive spot. And when Denver is at home and they're in a competitive spot like Boston, I like to back the Jokic triple-double. He usually goes out, balls out, goes nuts. It's plus 420. Shop around, guys. There's lots of books out there. He's averaging a triple-double, 4 or 5 at 45% of the time. So it's not a hard one. They're saving him when they can, and they're using him when they have to. And guys, it's Boston. They're gonna need him. He's gonna have to ball out, or they're not winning. So. Moving on to the last game, we got San Antonio, who is Wemby-less. Yeah, ruled out out of nowhere yesterday. I'm sure he'll be out again today. And this line is, 11.5. That's not bad. I might back the Sacramento Kings. Without Wemby, San Antonio's nothing. But, we'll leave the bad mouthing where it belongs. I didn't really have a play for this game. There was no game props out. I got a couple matchups for you. I mean, the obvious one. If there's no Wemby, you kind of slam the Demonis Ponus props, no? I mean, Yeah, of course. Um, there's no center to guard him, and I mean Wemby's a freak. He quintuple singles every time. Like the guy's a monster. 5 steals, 10 blocks, a triple double. Like it's just unreal. Anyway, Demonis Sabonis, as well as I take Sacramento with the points. They're gonna cover it easy. Without Wemby, it's gonna be a blowout. So it's another episode of Picks with Jeff, and we'll have to see you tomorrow. God bless.